everyone, and welcome to beautiful Barbados for the first CG United One-Day International between the West Indies women and South Africa.
Folks, the news from out in the middle. West Indies have won the toss and have decided to bowl first. Hayley Matthews back at the helm. She missed the last two ODIs in England, so it's nice to see her back on the park. Kiana Joseph, Reliana Grimmond, who made her debut across there. Staff Taylor, today is her birthday, so happy birthday to her. And it's a very experienced team, along with some youthful players. Alongside me, Shakira Selman. Shakira, this South African team, what do you make of it?
Yeah, pretty balanced South Africa team, coming off a strong win in that final game of that trade series against Sri Lanka, where they got to 300. That's what the coach will want. Lots of eyes will be on that middle order though. Just where does Anna-Reed Dirksen back on the back of a century, maiden century in that competition. So too does Chloe Trayon back. She normally finishes the innings. Lots will be dependent on her and Nadine de Klerk.
Laura Wolfart with 8 centuries of her own, a best of 184. 3 ODI hundreds to Tasman Brits. And what can they produce during this series? They're up against spin first up though. Left hand orthodox. First ball of the series, Zeta James. Yeah, gets away with that one. Loose delivery, very loose delivery, but not cashed in on.
Stop it!
Yeah, finds the gap, pierces the gap. What a start for Tasman Brits. Remarkable way to get off the mark off her first delivery. First over done. 5 without loss. Yeah, crunch through the offside. A smidgen of width, but that's enough for the class of Laura Wolfart, who's very strong offside.
Yeah, you can ill afford to give Laura Wolfart room. Starts wide and goes wider. That's easy pickings for the captain of the South African side.
What did that miss? It missed everything. Batter, wicketkeeper stumps and goes for 4 byes. The arm ball from Zeta James.
Yeah, this is the very reason she is bowling with the new ball. Just look at how that ball comes back. Nothing Shamia Campbell could do.
Yeah, that should go for 4. Just one bounce. Too short from Zeta James. And gleefully accepted. 20 without loss. Just like that. Another bit of a misfield there. Kiana Joseph might have been struck in her face. Ooh. We saw Chanel Henry being struck on the chin, so she's grimacing on the ground. Kiana Joseph, again, maybe the ball with an awkward bounce, ricocheting onto her face. She'll get a little bit of treatment. 30 without loss.
Oh!
Very good timing. Exceptional timing. So an opportunity for a run out. Didn't happen. And then she's just adding salt to the wounds.
It's a mere push. But she's timed it so well that Stefani Taylor has absolutely no chance at mid-on. Sharp boundaries as well. Head away to the boundary.
Got that away, and that will be 4 again from Tasman Brits. She's getting a move on here. 3 W's oval. But happy to 4 away from 50.
Yeah, just pulled down into the leg side, and Tasman Brits just helping it along its way. Oh yes,
Opportunities you've got to take. South Africa's 50 comes up. 50 without loss in the 11th over. With Brits and Wolfart going along nicely. Ooh, that missed everything. Bye is indicated by the umpire.
An excellent delivery. Pitched up, flighted, missed everything, including the wicket keeper, who I was just mentioning, Shameen Campbell.
60 without loss. Poor delivery. Tasman Brits handles it. Moves up to 35. This partnership now is causing real trouble for West Indies.
Yeah, she wants to get on with things in Tasman Bridge. She advanced a few deliveries before and didn't get the connection, but this time around pulling into the leg side because she meets it on the full.
Runs. That could very well be the first wicket. Let's have a look at this. It went for the second run. Just gotta wonder what happened there because it all looked too easy.
Third umpire Maria Abbott having some work to do, and this is the breakthrough that they wanted, and very well executed by Hayley Matthews.
That is out. Brilliant work from West Indies. South Africa lose their first wicket. 73 for 1.
Oh, it's a full toss and not missed out on by Tasman Bridge. She's well set and continues with her dominance.
Yeah, it's where she's been so good. Every time she's been given an opportunity to strike her boundary, she's accepted it gleefully.
Oh my goodness, blasted for a 6. Tasman Brits brings up the 50 in some style here, much to the appreciation of her camp. See those Olympic rings inside her arm. Long and storied career as an athlete, Tasman Brits.
Yeah, 5th time she's reached a half century, and 3 times she's converted them into centuries. So this could mean dangerous goods for West Indies. Yeah, what a way to start the series. Celebration we've become accustomed to.
Yeah. Well, it's a run out. Wonderful stuff. There was some confusion. Voices raised in the field. We'll have to look at that again. But another breakthrough here for the West Indies, and Shangazi is walking back.
Yeah, a bit of a mix-up between Shangazi and Tasman Brits. Ball watching. You can see Tasman Brits watching the fielder. Yeah, unfortunately for Shangazi, she couldn't get back into her crease. Good fielding from Zayda James as well, though. Zayda James, a left-handed fielder, so it would have gone to her strong side. Maybe the reason Brits did not go for the run. Shangazi has to walk back for 2. 94 for 2.
Cracked and straight to the field, an easy catch. Grimmond again, Liliana Grimmond, involved in the first run out of the game. Safe hand, straight to it, and Ramarak strikes this time.
Yeah, we saw her take 2 excellent catches in England. She's already effected a run out here, Grimmond. And now the simplest of chances, Brits trying to hit into that strong breeze that we kept talking about. Good from Ramarak, bowling straight, asking her to hit into that breeze. Walks back for a very well played 57, unable to convert on this occasion. 98 for 3.
Had an 80 against India, 81 off 80 should I say, and a century against Sri Lanka in that last ODI. So she's been in really good nick, good touch.
Clean up, might have kept a touch low, but it has been persistence from the very experienced Afi Fletcher, and finally she gets her first.
A much needed wicket for West Indies. They've really pulled things back in these last few overs. Flighted, and just as you mentioned, stayed a tad low. Surprising Dirksen, who opted to go back. Fletcher makes the breakthrough. Dirksen goes for 4 from 10 in South Africa, 105 for 4.
Very well played. The way she opened the face of the bat to get the gap. Really good timing as well from Jafta.
Just using the pace from this delivery from Karishma Ramharak and knowing exactly where she wanted to score. Forward of the point fielder.
Really good shot. Use of the feet, gets to the pitch of the ball and deliberately hits it over the top. She's been quite energetic so far, Jafta.
This is what she will do. If it's pitched up, she will go up and over. It's an excellent shot. Might be a bit over pitched from Afi Fletcher, but good use of the feet.
Big opportunity here for South Africa and a boundary of the bat of Senellis.
Previous delivery kept a bit lower than expected. This one though, well swiveled on the line of leg stump, easily placed between that fielder at deep flying leg and deep square.
I thought she was the difference early on, and yet again plays a vital hand as she breaks a threatening partnership.
Just change her angle to Sinalo Jafta to wrong the wicket. Jafta trying to play that lofted drive again over the infield on the offside. Easy catch for Aliyah Aline. It's a crucial partnership. Hayley Matthews, as often, gets a wicket. Jafta has to walk back for a fairly well played 20. It will do her some confidence. 145 for 5.
Major opportunity here for South Africa, not just to rebuild but to get some momentum in this innings. 150 up for South Africa, 150 for 5 in the 36th over. She goes aerial and will get 4, Senellis. Taking on Afi Fletcher up front and gets a boundary of the first delivery.
Yeah, doesn't want Afi Fletcher to settle, so she's decided to.
It's given out. It didn't take long for the umpire to raise his finger. Going across the line is Senellis, and she's got to go.
Normally plays the sweet shot quite well, Senellis. This occasion, it's a lot straighter than she anticipated, and she tries to play it maybe too fine. Can't access the ball because of where that left foot is planted. Good from Karishma Ramharak. She gets her second wicket. Senellis has to walk back after a start. Goes for 32, 160 for 6.
Oh, that one's gone straight up. Tremaine Campbell underneath it, should be straightforward, and it is. Oh, they're just going to check for the no ball. Maybe they're checking the height of it. Aliyah Aline thinks she's got her.
Yeah, they just want to make sure. At first glance, I didn't think it was too high. Uncomfortable because you don't expect a full pitch delivery as a batter. It's very rare that you get a high full toss, so sometimes it catches you off guard. But we'll go through the procedure. Front foot, yeah, that seems to be okay. Something is behind the line. But what is the height of the delivery? That is the next check. Yeah, that seems to be okay from my stance. Of course, it's the television umpire.
And you a former bowler. So we can't expect a little bias from Samuel Badri. But it's out. Chloe Tryon will be disappointed to go so early. It's a question of height, but it's a good ball. Umpire Brathwaite and Pereira in the middle. Disappointed Chloe Tryon, shaking her head, and indeed so. First ball of this over. Got high on her, she took a big swing, top edge, and a really straightforward catch for Shemaine Campbell. Wicket keeper for the Windies gets rid of Tryon for 9. And that makes the South Africa 168 for 7.
Wickets.
Chip down to this, had good sight of it, a good effort in the deep. That ran away for 4 in the end. Really, Anna Grimman, she's been outstanding in the field today.
Yeah, she's been everywhere. Been involved heavily in the action. This was a valiant effort. Full stretch to her right. It was always dipping on her because it's into the wind. Good commitment, but a useful boundary for South Africa.
That one Kaka did very nicely, and they'll pick a couple up here. That's a 4 runs. Lots of applause around the ground for that.
Yeah, much welcome boundary for South Africa, flighted from Hayley Matthews, asking them to take on, and just manages to find the gap. It's a very quick outfield here.
Oh. Got an edge, and that will run quickly away, finally, for 4.
Yeah, so getting some important boundaries, maybe not as fine as she would have liked, but gets the result she was looking for, using the pace of the delivery. 3rd, quite wide.
Well, got it on the full, beautifully handled. What a wonderful sound off the willow. And 6 runs goes the way of de Klerk.
And only the second 6 off the innings. Angling down the leg side, and she did well to get under that. And that's hitting with the wind, so quite a few things wrong with that from Aline.
11 runs off the over so far, the most expensive for the Windies in this innings.
Reaches for that, and she'll get a boundary, bringing up South Africa's 203 for 7.
Yeah, the 200 comes up for South Africa, so they'll be pleased with that, but just too wide from Matthews in that delivery. The fielders in the ring are just giving a bit too much width to Ayabonga Kaka. She's now scored her 2nd boundary of the innings.
Nicely played from de Klerk. She'll get 4. So boundaries coming for South Africa at the back end of this innings. Nadine de Klerk and Ayabonga Kaka, this partnership now 39 for 38.
It's just too short from Janelia Glasgow. Just too easy as well for de Klerk. And pulled into the leg side and pulled a bit finder.
Up and over. What a spectacular shot off the bat of Nadine de Klerk. What a sight to watch. Everyone in the stadium enjoyed that.
And what better way to bring up that 50 partnership as well between her and Ayabonga Kaka, just giving herself that room by coming down on the leg side and opening up the scoring on the off, which is the short boundary. Excellently executed.
De Klerk goes aerial again, and she'll get 4 this time. Tap the bat, both these batters. They know they're doing the business here for South Africa. 12 from the over so far.
And this isn't the plan. The plan was to bowl into the legs, to have Nadine de Klerk and Kaka play into the leg side, not the short offside boundary.
Charges the bowler. That looks to be out. Gonna review it, but first look, looks like she should be heading to the pavilion.
It was very good work from Shemaine Campbell. But Kaka was on the move. She charges down, and there you go, short. Very well done from Shemaine Campbell, and West Indies women, well, they get the breakthrough. This partnership of 60 from 55 is broken. Yeah, she's out. Ayabonga Kaka. Well, very well played, 18 from 26. In South Africa, 228 played.
De Klerk goes downtown, and it's not far enough. Janelle Henry doesn't make a mistake, and Nadine de Klerk perishes.
And one wicket bringing another for West Indies. Janelia Glasgow striking this time around, pace on. It was in the slot, but again going down the pitch. It was an excellent, well-judged catch by Henry. They smile in the end because it's the back of Nadine de Klerk for well-played 42. In South Africa, 228 for 9.
Single to end the innings, and South Africa gets to 232 for 9, their highest total versus West Indies in West Indies. South Africa lost the toss, were asked to bat first. An opening stand of 73 between Wolfart and Brits. But then as the partnerships got going, West Indies broke through. A wonderful stand of over 60 between de Klerk and Ayabonga Kaka, taking South Africa to their highest total versus West Indies in West Indies.
Yeah, they started off with that 73-run partnership between Laura Wolfart and Tasman Brits. Another standout was de Klerk and Kaka, who I don't think we expected to see that. So Nelus, of course, and Jafta with the 40 from 54 in terms of partnership. So all vital partnerships to get South Africa to that total of 232. Bowling for the West Indies, Alia Allen with 2 for 35, Ramara 2 for 44, and one apiece for Glasgow, Matthews and Fletcher. It was backed up by some really good feeling in the outfield by Liliana Grimond. Well, South Africa are able to get to 232. West Indies, they'll need 233 from their 50 overs. That's a run rate of 4.66 when we return.
9 centuries in this format to Hayley Matthews. She's been quite prolific. Kiana Joseph has a couple half centuries. Ayabonga Kaka with the new ball, best of 5 for 26.
Yeah, not much movement from that delivery.
Off the mark with the boundary. Rocks back on that one quite nicely, Matthews, and finds the gap to perfection.
Yeah, the first boundary of the innings coming off the bat of the West Indies skipper, just waiting. She's been watchful. And picked the length and pulled into the leg side. Yeah, smashed it. And Kiana Joseph just given the width. De Klerk seems to be struggling in terms of the length at Joseph, and it's punished.
Yeah, the sound of the bat. She hasn't middled too many of them so far, but that one was crunched down the ground. Yeah, that's errant from Kaka and easily dispatched by Hayley Matthews.
Yeah, just over pitched and going down the leg side. It's a good roll of the wrist from Matthews. Yeah, and the one fielder that's the fine leg couldn't get around.
That's gone for 6 this time, has it? And very well picked up by Hayley Matthews. So errant again from Kaka. And that's 10 from 2.
Yeah, just a change of field as well, because the fine leg was much more squarer, but opting to switch things around and send the square deep. So Matthews is aware of where the fielders are.
And now she overcompensates offside and gets cut for 4. This is exceptional batting from Hayley Matthews.
And she isn't forcing the issue, Matthews. She's playing based on the deliveries bowled by Kaka. So 2 deliveries prior down the leg, and this time around overcompensating on the off. Yeah, that was the 6. And then this one overcompensating on the offside and being struck for 4.
She wants 2. And she gets 2, and that's 3,000 runs.
She's gone aerial, has Kiana Joseph, and it's gone all the way for 6. She's that kind of player.
And a big grin will tell you she's feeling better after the knock in the chin in the first innings. This will make her feel even better. With the wind, carried the whole way. Oh, whipped away. Looking commanding now. Not requiring on it any foot movement at all. Swing of the bat, and it's 4 more for Joseph.
Teammates enjoying this, and so they should. Quick hands. And she got onto that so quickly. Have a look at this. What I like about her is she trusts her game.
Well, bided her time, a couple of dots, Matthews, watchful, and then whipped over square for 4 more.
Teammates playing against each other, and will know each other's games really well. He whips that with precision on the leg side. Steady.
Absolutely, eyed it, grounded her feet, and whipped it away for another boundary. Going very nicely here. 9 from the over, 9 gone. Windies 64 without loss. Ooh. Yeah, edge. And she got away with it. 4 runs instead of the wicket. A chance goes a begging here for South Africa.
Just for a moment, they would have thought they had their first wicket. Edging past Sanala Jafta. Went quickly too.
This one over the infield, 1 bounce 4. You see, the thing is about this player is that she's so powerful. It looks effortless. It doesn't look like a big shot, and it's an easy boundary.
It's the pickup for me. Look at that. I'm not running. I know where that's off to. Stand and deliver stuff from Kiana Joseph. West Indies are dominating proceedings here at the 3Ws Oval.
Well, this one into the wind and taken. Hayley Matthews shrugs her shoulders, didn't get hold of this. Unusual as well at the end of the over. And it's taken, and finally a breakthrough, and it's the big one.
Against the run of play. She gets us, it holds in the wind. And an excellent catch by Henry Derksen. Massive breakthrough for South Africa. Hayley Matthews out for 40. West Indies 88 for 1.
Well, she continues to plunder the bowling, given the flight and the width, and she smashes that one for 4. So no difference in the way she's going to play.
Yeah, and she's answered your question, Badri. She's going to carry on and keep the pressure on the South African bowlers.
Timing, really good timing. Just one bounce for 4. 50 for Kiana Joseph, a third for her in one-day internationals. And that broad smile says what it means to her.
Yeah, bringing it up in really good fashion as well. And this will mean so much to her to start the series well.
Again, that's smashed. She has such a free flowing bat, Kiana Joseph, and another boundary for her.
Yeah, just a length delivery on this occasion, but wide enough to allow Joseph to get her hands through the shot. Slaps it past the fielder at mid-on.
If fortune favors the brave. Got really good contact the previous delivery. This time the outside edge, results the same.
Yeah, not the first time we've seen a ball fly past that third fielder. Yeah, hands on head. You just wonder if that was the plan though.
She's gone. The field was set. The plan enacted, and it bears fruition. This is an important strike for South Africa.
What are the plans? Get it high enough so she's not able to hit it with control. Does not get enough back on it. Again, it's the extra bounce that works in the favor of Hubli. Good catch on the boundary by Ayabonga Kaka. They get the praise wicket of Kiana Joseph. Walks back for 60 of 58 deliveries, 106 per 2.
In the air, should be taken, is taken. So a few dot deliveries, 5 from 17, pressure building, pressure told. Another wicket for South Africa.
Yeah, no real contribution with the bat from Shangazi, batting at number 3 today, but she's able to come up with a wicket. Just slicing across the ball offers an easy chance to Tasman Brits. Was back for 5 from 18 deliveries, 115 for 3.
Good shot past the fielders. The infield will run away, and a boundary off the first ball.
It's been 27 deliveries or 27 balls before a boundary has been struck, and Chanel Henry just sits back and PS's this one past the 2-point fielders. And she gets this one past the point fielders, and it does run away for a second boundary in this over from Laba.
Well, now it's looking like pure genius to send out Chanel Henry. A couple of boundaries in the over off Laba, just what the West Indians needed after a real dry spell. Going to full even. Well, she just sort of stared at that. Didn't really attempt the run. Well, that's quite extraordinary. I'm not sure what happened there.
A celebration for South Africa because they know how important the wicket of Chanel Henry is. Yeah, it was paddled down the leg side by Taylor, but went anywhere. A good awareness from the wicket keeper, Jafta.
Maybe just a bit tender on that left leg, Chanel Henry. She's got to go for 11, and the Windies now slumping. 127 for 4. I did spot the rain. The wind has brought it. I can't imagine it will be long, but covers on Stacey Ann King, and probably good at time for a strategic timeout for the Windies.
Covers on, players are making their way off. As you mentioned, 105 runs needed from 147 after losing the wicket of Henry. It might just be a good time to have a chit chat as to what is required, what is needed. Two senior statesmen in the middle.
The new revised playing conditions is that it's a 34 overs per side contest, and the West Indies now require a further 52 runs from 51 balls for victory and chase of their highest target in women's one-day internationals. Aggression from Campbell, and it's all the way for 6. A brilliant shot from Shemaine Campbell. 142 for 4. Excellent use of the feet, and that will be 4. The runs coming quickly for West Indies now.
10 runs from the last 2 balls. Good to see the bat of Shemaine Campbell, and now Stephanie Taylor. And she's really good against spin. And goes up and over. And her placement exceptional.
She bowls her. Ayanda Klubi picks up her wicket number 3. And straight through Campbell.
Yeah, an excellent delivery. She's been expressive in terms of her pace. She's used her variations quite well, Luby. You swing and a miss, and I hit. And picks up her 3rd wicket. Impressive from the 21-year-old. Shemaine Campbell goes for 10 from 13. West Indies losing their 5th for 152.
Misfield, and that will reach the boundary for 4. Well, South Africa will be disappointed by this.
And this will be the challenge for Fluby. Bowling to the left-handed batter, just given the width and using the pace, so got past that backward field.
That's hit long and all the way for 6. Janelia Glasgow, hello.
Yeah, what a welcome. They pitched short and swatted. I don't think she expected it to go all the way. But good connection and just the power from the youngster.
That's it straight down the ground. And again another 6, this time off the bat of Stephanie Taylor.
Yeah, you can't get predictive. It's been 3 slower balls on the trot. This one in the slot. And dismissed by Taylor.
Guy that in the air, and an easy catch for Chloe Tryon. Nonkululeko Mlava picks up her 1st wicket. And West Indies lose the wicket with just 1 more run required for victory.
Yeah, the pressure was building. The runs weren't coming, just 1 needed. 3 dot balls, and then the wicket. And Glasgow goes for 12, 179 for 6.
No further loss of wickets, there's just 1 more run is required. Quick early call from Stephanie Taylor, and pick up the single required for victory in this opening CG United Women's ODI encounter. After a losing streak of 6 white ball matches in England, West Indies bounce back with a special win here at the 3Ws Oval.
Yeah, just look at what it means to this team, to the West Indian woman. Taylor finishing with 30 from 34, very good cameo.
So run chase from West Indies. Initially, when chasing 233, 2 rain breaks ensured that the target was reduced to 180 required in 32 overs. They got to victory, winning by 4 wickets. They're all set up by a wonderful opening stand of 88 between Matthews and Joseph. Stefani Taylor and the coming in at the end, taking West Indies home to victory.
Standout bowler Malube with 3 for 50 from her 7 learning fast for her. Another 2 wicket takers, Mlaba and Changesi, with 1 apiece. They'll need to do a bit better, those bowlers with the economy rates over 7. But it was a very good bowling unit and display.
Confirmation of the result here at the 3Ws Oval. West Indies are winning by 4 wickets via the DLS method to take a 1-0 lead in this 3-match ODI series. Wonderful start to the series for Hayley Matthews and her Chargers.